They say betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from blood, but I never expected the knife to come in the form of a text. One line. No emotion. Don't bother showing up. It's not your day. That was my sister, Eliza. No explanation, no apology. Just a cold dismissal glowing on my screen. And here's the thing. I didn't beg. I didn't cry. I laughed. Then I closed her message and booked myself a flight out of the country. 7 days later, as I sipped coffee in an airport lounge, my phone lit up with over 100 missed calls. And trust me, what unraveled next wasn't just a ruined wedding. It was the end of a lifetime of silence. Growing up, my family looked polished on the outside. The manicured lawn, the fake smiles, the matching sweaters in Christmas photos. But behind closed doors, everything revolved around Eliza. She was the golden one, the loud, charming spark everyone adored. I was just the shadow, the quiet cleaner of messes no one acknowledged. When Eliza threw parties in high school, I was the one scrubbing spilled soda from the carpet while she basked in praise. My parents shrugged it off as normal sibling stuff. But even as a kid, I understood the message. My worth came from what I fixed, not from who I was. So when she got engaged, no one blinked when I jumped in to help. After all, planning events wasn't just my side gig. It was my career. I'd built a company from nothing, creating nights that strangers would remember for the rest of their lives. But for Eliza, I offered it all for free. The late nights, the spreadsheets, the endless vendor calls. I poured myself into her dream. And maybe, deep down, I thought this time she'd finally see me. Maybe our parents would look at me with the same pride they reserved for her. Maybe love could be earned through sacrifice. But love, that was never the currency in my family. The cracks started small. A late-night text. Cover the florist's balance. Your deposit wasn't enough. No, please. No, thank you. Just an assumption that I'd handle it. That I pushed back gently, reminding her the deposit was my gift. Her response? Don't make this a big deal. It's just money. When I went to my mom for support, she sighed over her coffee. Eliza's under a lot of stress. If you can help, you should. Translation. Stay quiet. Carry the weight. Always. Then Dad called, cheerful at first. Sweetheart, we're all pitching in for Eliza and Aaron's wedding gift. Down payment on their first house. Your share is $2,000. Just transfer it to me. I froze. Dad, I'm not even invited anymore. His warmth turned sharp. This isn't about the wedding, Nora. This is family. Don't punish your sister over one little issue. One little issue. That issue was my erasure. The humiliation went public when I scrolled through Instagram and saw photos of Eliza's bridal shower at the very venue I had scouted. My cousins beamed in bridesmaid dresses I helped choose. Eliza glowed in the center, champagne in hand. The caption read, "The A-team celebrating the bride-to-be." I wasn't there. I wasn't part of the team. Then came the call that snapped something in me. 10 days before the wedding, Eliza screamed into the phone. The band canceled. Their singer is sick. Fix it, Nora. You have to fix this. As if I still worked for her. As if she hadn't erased me from her guest list. I steadied my voice. I'm not your planner anymore, Eliza. Her shriek was sharp enough to pierce through the line. Are you kidding me? After everything I've done for you. I hung up. For the first time in my life, I didn't fold. And in that silence, I realized I wasn't powerless. I was holding all the strings. Every contract, every vendor, every signature was under my company's name. Final balances were due exactly 7 days before the event. If unpaid, the contracts dissolved. In other words, the wedding wasn't Eliza's. It was mine. I confirmed it over coffee with Sarah, my lawyer and old friend. She flipped through the paperwork, then looked up at me. Nora, legally they answer to you. If you don't pay, you can cancel everything. I whispered, would that be petty? Her eyes didn't waver. It's not petty. It's business. They treated your work like dirt. You have every right. That night, I drafted the emails. Calm, professional, final. As the client on record for the event scheduled September 12th, I am notifying you that the final payment will not be made. Consider this event canceled. Refund deposits to my business account. At 9 a.m. sharp, 1 week before the wedding, I hit send. No fireworks, no rage, just quiet reclamation of power. By noon, the dominoes fell. The venue, the caterer, the florist, one after another. My phone buzzed until it rattled on the counter. Finally, Eliza's name lit up. I let it ring twice before answering on speaker. Her voice came out as a scream, jagged with panic. "What the hell did you do? The venue canceled. The caterer too. They all said you pulled the plug." I sipped my coffee. "I didn't pull anything. I just chose not to pay for something I wasn't part of." "You ruined my wedding to get back at me," she wailed. "No," I said calm. "You ruined your own wedding the moment you erased me. You can't cut me out and still expect me to hold you up." My mother's voice cut in, sharp as a knife. "Nora, fix this now. This is your sister's big day." "I can't," I replied. My voice was steady. "The contracts are void. The money's already back in my business account. It's done." My father thundered through the phone. "You'll return that money." "No, that was never a gift. That was work. And I'm done being free labor." Silence fell on the other end. Eliza broke it with venom. "You're pathetic. Jealous. You'll die alone with your spreadsheets while I'll always be loved." That one cut. I won't lie, but I held steady. "Maybe," I said softly, "but at least I won't beg for love from people who only know how to take." And then I ended the call. The next days blurred into chaos, voicemails, threats, even my father pounding on my apartment door. But for once, I didn't cave. On what should have been Eliza's wedding day, I was at the airport, boarding pass in hand. Meanwhile, my sister scrambled in a backyard with plastic tablecloths and pizza boxes. Guests left early. The photos online showed forced smiles and a bride whose eyes burned with fury instead of joy. I wasn't there to see it. I was already thousands of feet in the air, heading to Bali, watching sunlight scatter across the ocean. My phone buzzed with dozens of missed calls, but the chaos wasn't mine to fix anymore. Instead of regret, I felt light. For the first time in my life, I could breathe without carrying their weight. With the refunded deposits, I reinvested in my company. New clients came, ones who valued me. But more than the business, I gained something priceless. Peace. One morning, I walked along the shoreline, the waves lapping at my ankles, the horizon stretching endless and calm. I thought of my grandmother, the only person who had ever truly seen me. She once told me, "Your worth isn't in what you give away, it's in what you hold on to." Standing there, I finally understood. They hadn't lost a planner. They had lost me, and I hadn't lost a thing. Family can cut deeper than any stranger. They know exactly where to wound. For years, I let those wounds bleed while I stayed silent. But sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop holding them up. I didn't destroy my sister's wedding. I simply stopped saving it. And in that choice, I finally saved myself. If you've ever had to walk away from family to protect your peace, you're not alone. Share your story in the comments. I'll be reading. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might just remind you of your own strength.